Good morning, and welcome to EOT's first broadcast of 2024. I'm Tobin Thomas.
And I'm Will Joseph.
Last Thursday, vending machine pins were switched over from student birthdays to a randomized 4-digit code. Here's Monique Carey with the full story.
Students at RHS have been emailed personal vending machine codes consisting of a random 4-digit number due to the problems encountered with the students' birthdays as their pins.
So we were, unfortunately, having a lot of vending machine theft, I don't know what else to call it, where people were using the ID numbers and the previous pins, which were birthdays, of other students. And then those students would go try to get their own muffin and they couldn't because they had already gotten it for the day. And this was happening a lot. Like, we had a lot of theft in this way. And so in order to protect the ID numbers and the pins of our students, we needed to change from birthdays to pins. It's a lot easier to find out somebody's birthday and then to find out their pin code. So that's why it got changed.
Some students think that this change was unnecessary, while others think it simplifies the vending process.
Honestly, I feel like we should have kept it the same because now everybody has to figure out what their pin is and they don't know where to find it.
I mean, I feel like it made the process of getting your food easier, because the birthday just took so long putting it in, but my pin is really easy to remember, so I kind of prefer this way.
Saren has also implemented many new ways of speeding up the vending machine process since they have been placed around campus.
Yes, so our goal is to be able to get everybody through the vending machines in time so they're not late for class, or we don't have to say, sorry, you got to go to class, you're not going to get, you don't have access to the food that's available to you, right? So we've already instituted a few different changes to try to speed things up. We have carts that are out there and just more opportunities and more vending machines available for students to be able to get muffins maybe between first and second or before first period. So what we discovered is that if you scan the ID card, it actually goes faster, so you can get more students through the vending machine in a shorter amount of time.
Thanks, Monique.
Casaba Tickets went on sale this Wednesday at the Patty Baker ticket booth for $15. The price increases to $20 from the 22nd through the 24th, and $25 the 25th and the 26th.
Casaba Spirit Week is the 22nd through the 26th. Monday is Airport PJ Day, wear your pajamas. Tuesday is Travel Tuesday, bring anything but a backpack. Wednesday is Denim and Disco, which speaks for itself. Thursday is Greek Life, wear frat clothes. Friday is School Colors, so wear orange and black.
Now we go to Addison Mahon with sports.
Good morning, and welcome to this Friday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Addison Mahon. Over break, we had a lot of game action. Let's catch you up. Starting on the turf, boys soccer stands 6-6-2 overall and 4-3 in league. James Crawford continues to lead the team in goals, while Mateo Esparza leads the team in assists. As far as girls soccer, they are now 2-5-2 overall and 2-4-1 in league. As we shift over to the basketball court, boys basketball is 14-7 and 3-2 in league. Their highlight over the winter break stretch was this game winner by Brandon Newton, who hit the game-winning three over Sac State commit Talis Tor. While boys basketball dominates the court, girls basketball comes in with a record of 4-15 overall and 0-4 in league. Star player Kalani Pham continues to lead the team in points, while Callie Bookhart leads the team in assists and rebounds. In other sports news, the RHS wrestling team has been dominating the mats as they are 4-1 overall. Because of a late arrival to last Wednesday's match, the win against River Valley is pending and is at risk of being forfeited. We got the chance to talk with varsity wrestler Raymond Cristiano and were able to get his opinion. Take a look.
So basically, our bus came late to the school, and that ended up in us being late to River Valley, and the ref was really rude to us when we got there, and even though we still beat River Valley with a pretty good score, we are still trying to be forced to forfeit our duel.
In other news, boys basketball had a game last night and came home with another win once again, winning 68-65. Sophomore J.J. Young scored 18 points, had 5 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 block. Senior Clark Nielsen also balled out, putting up 6 points and leading in rebounds with 11 and assists with 5. Roseville looks to continue their winning streak against the Creek next Monday. Pack out Moeller Gym.
Pull up to the Wood Creek game. It's going to be hella fun. It's going to be electric. We're going to get Dirk a dunk, Wood Creek K. Yeah. Varsity, JV, freshmen, they're all going to win because Wood Creek sucks.
And finally, Roseville Soccer both lost to Intercom 0-1. Despite the loss, sophomore Kaden Padone had 13 saves for the boys. Both teams look to bounce back next Tuesday against Wood Creek. And that's all in your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more at the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Welcome back to our first A&E of 2024. It's been a while since our last show, so here's what you missed. Last week, Ariana Grande dropped a new single called Yes and despite the name, it doesn't appear to have any connection with improv comedy. This is her first new single in a while, so fans are hyped. Unfortunately, this song is not great. The production is flat and it feels like a rough draft of someone's first dance song, but Ariana's vocals are great and carry the track. The Iron Claw is written and directed by Sean Durkin and follows the Von Erich wrestling empire as tragedy after tragedy falls upon the family. The Iron Claw is excellent, but is carried by the phenomenal cast, which you can tell is giving 100% effort in every scene. The standout performance to me was Zac Efron as Kevin Von Erich. His emotion and love for his family stands out in every scene he's in. The wrestling scenes had phenomenal choreography, especially during the scenes where all three of the brothers were wrestling at the same time. Mean Girls was released on January 12th and was directed by Tina Fey, who plays Miss Norbury in both the original 2004 movie and the reboot. Renee Rapp reprises her role as Regina George from her brief stint in the Broadway musical. The movie follows Katie Heron, a transfer student from Kenya. She falls in love with the it girl Regina George's ex-boyfriend Aaron Samuels and lands herself in hot water with the Queen Bee and her right-hand girls. The beloved Matthew Patrick, aka Matt Pat, on the Game Theorist YouTube channel recently announced that he would be retiring from the channel to focus on his family. There have been several other YouTubers who have retired in the past few months, many of whom have been making regular uploads for the past 10 years, so I think they deserve the break. The 4 new hosts will be Lee for film theory, Amy for style theory, Santi for food theory, and Tom for game theory. They have all been working on the channels they are now hosting, so don't expect too much change aside from Matt Pat's absence. That's all for this week. I'm Alyssa Davis, and now we go back to news.
Thanks, Alyssa.
A senior at RHS finds a passion in sewing by hand. We go to Jacob Odell with the full story.
Sewing is a creative outlet that not many high school students pick up. However, senior Jessica Barber has grown fond of the activity. She even plans to use her talent to sew her own senior ball dress.
I've been sewing since I was 5 years old. My grandma was the one who started forcing me to do hand sewing worksheets where I would sew through the paper and learn different stitches and stuff.
Barber thinks to get good sewing skills, it depends on how early you start and how much equipment you have.
I think it depends on when you learn and how many resources you have. For me, it didn't take long because I started when I was little, when it was really easy to absorb the information. But if you're starting now, a lot of the concepts and visualizing probably takes a while to understand. What got me interested in sewing again is I started getting a bunch of ideas of different stuff and just drawing out different clothes that I wanted. And I have a very unique style, so a lot of the stuff that I wanted to wear wasn't in stores. So I just went out, bought fabric, and was like, Grandma, tell me how to make this. It's kind of hard to be self-taught in sewing. There's so much that goes into it. You kind of have to look stuff up and gain knowledge from other people.
Shopping for materials used to be expensive until Barbara browsed out to shop at different stores.
I would shop at Joann's where the fabric is really expensive. But if you go to other shops, there's some different shops down in Sac where the fabric is so much cheaper. And my senior ball dress, I think I got all the fabric for that for $80.
For Barber, making a dress isn't a fast process. It can take a sizable amount of time.
A single dress probably takes about 3 months to make, but that's because I don't work on it every day. I can only work on it on the weekends when I have free time. So currently, my senior ball dress is just fabric. I do have some inspo pics saved up, and I'm working on the pattern right now.
Barber doesn't plan to stop at a senior ball dress. She also has another dress that she is sewing for the future.
I'm also working on another dress from Witch Hat Atelier, which is a manga.
Barber has grown to love sewing because it is a great hobby to pick up if you have your own unique style and it is easily accessible.
I think if there's clothes you want that aren't in the store, you should definitely grab a sewing machine. I mean, your grandma probably has one, so.
Thanks, Jacob.
That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.